Lydia, and it's the 31st of January, the last day of the year. Well, the last evening of the year. And I was gonna do this video on the rooftop of my hotel, but because it's a beautiful flat roof with a view of the city and the nearby church, the lights are awesome, but it's too windy, so my tripod cannot stand up there. The reason why I'm doing this video is that I want to give you a little gift that you can take with you into the new year. So let's see if I can open this without a pop. You know, it shouldn't say anything. If you're a really good bottle opener, it shouldn't say anything. Almost there. And ooh, there we go. Cork in hand. Took a little time, but there we are. So first of all, I don't have a champagne glass, and this is not champagne, this is actually cava. Cava is the same grape as the champagne grape, I think, but because it's grown in Spain, they're not allowed to call it champagne, so they call it cava. And I bought it at the local Walmart. Yeah, anyway, cheers, and Happy New Year. Maybe not the best cava I've had in my life, but okay. It's cava, it's New Year's. So the thing about healing and growing as a person, hold on, I need to sit differently, because my semi-old ass is better off like this. So the thing about growing and healing is that we have to, the damage in our brain and the trauma we've been through and all the dysfunction and the bad patterns and bad habits, they are stuck in our brain because they have been repeated over and over and over and over again. So what we have to do when we have to change that around and create a better life is that we have to take the good things and we have to repeat them over and over and over and over. Exactly the same as when you were brainwashed, manipulated, abused to be a flawed and unhappy person. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna give you a little task. Okay, so take a piece of paper and a pen and cheers. Write what really makes you happy. Like 5 times, 5 things that makes you really happy. Like for me, it would be laughing with friends. That's one thing that makes me extremely happy. Being with friends and laughing with them. That's gold for me. Also, dancing. Dancing also makes me extremely happy. When you dance, the trauma in your body is released, the tension is released, and you are creating a safe space for yourself in the world by dancing. So that's very therapeutic. Maybe one of the most powerful things you can do when you want to heal. Another thing for me could be cuddling puppies. I love puppies, and it always makes me happy and it makes me smile when I see puppies and when I cuddle puppies. So cuddling puppies would I put on my list as well. Growing as a person, that would also go on my list. Learning new things would go on my list. Adventure would go on my list. And so on. You can put down 5 things, you can put down 10 things, 15, 20, it's up to you. But you know, if you have a hard time figuring out what really makes you happy, not in the eyes of others, but in your eyes, in your life. So just if you have a hard time finding out what makes you happy, just take 5 things. I'm sorry for the noise in the background. The staff at the hotel are having their New Year's Eve down at the restaurant, and they seem to be enjoying themselves, which is really nice. I've been down there and wished them Happy New Year. Okay, so the list. Now, this list of 5 or more things, you take your smartphone, we all have that smartphone, yeah? And you go into the calendar of the smartphone, and then you go to the last day of January, and you put that list on as a reminder. Like put it with an alarm or a notification that will beep and alert you on the last day of January to look at the list. And then you look at the list and you reflect on, let me just take this down a little. It's very tall. There, so I can better see you. Well, I can't really see you, but I can see me. So look at the list at the last day of January and reflect on how much of this did I make happen in January. Because these things are things that you must make happen in your life, yeah? Not something that others must provide for you, or that someone should stop doing something so there's room for this. No, you have to make room in your life for these things to happen. So ponder, how much of this did I make happen in January for me? And think about things you want to do in February that are on the list. Things that you can plan or set up so you get to do some of the things on your list. Now, when you're putting it on the last day of January, also put it on the last day of February, on the last day of March, on the last day of April, on the last day of every month of the next year. And then put a reminder on it, put an alert on it or an alarm. So the last day of every month you are reminded to look at this list and reflect, how much of this stuff did I make room for in the past month, and how can I make more of it happen in the coming month? Yeah? So that way you are repeating good things for you over and over and over and over, and you're making it a habit to try and navigate in your life in a way where you make room for the good stuff, the things that make you happy, the things that make your life worth living, because that is actually the ultimate goal, that you create a life for you that is worth living. So this is my little New Year's gift to you, to make this list and put it in your calendar on every last day of every month, on the last day of every month in the coming year. And of course, if you see this video sometime during the year, in March or May, just do it anyway. Make the list and put it in the last day of every month for the rest of the year, so that you are reminded of the good things that you take pleasure in, the things that make you happy, the things that matter in your life. This is one of the many ways that you can make your life a better life for you. One of the things that was really important for me in the previous year, the year that I'm leaving right now, is that I found out that being a psychotherapist and couples counselor wasn't really making me happy. I want to give for free. I want to make people grow and heal and help them with all the tools that I have on this YouTube channel. And I have also made an email series on my website, visiblehearts.com, that you can sign up for, and it's free, totally free, totally free. And maybe there are some flaws in my English language here and there in the emails, but I'm sure you'll get the gist of it, filled with tools and examples and stories from my own life that you can reflect on and mirror yourself in, so that you can take what I know and what has worked for me, and you can take whatever you can use and use it in your own life to grow and become more happy. And the rest, whatever you cannot use, you can just throw away or ignore. Okay? So I'm gonna post a link to the email series, of course, down under this video in my comments. So if you want that, feel free to sign up. And if you think this message is interesting and you want more of the same, please, subscribe. Click the red button that says subscribe. You won't get notified, so you won't have a lot of ding dong ding going into your on your notifications all the time. It just means that you're subscribing, and when you go into YouTube, you will be notified that that there is a new video from me, if there is a new video from me. So I hope that you have used the old year to good measure, and I hope that the next year will be the most amazing year in your life so far, because that's how it should be. Every year should be better than the previous. And I can tell you that with all the healing I've done and all the personal growth I've worked on in the last 40 years, I'm 54 now, I am a very happy person. I am very, very confident. I am very, very happy about who I am. I know myself really well. I also know my shortcomings and my flaws, and I love them as well. And I accept them, and I give myself, tender love and care whenever I feel that I'm not living up to standards, or I'm feeling down, or I'm feeling worth less than being extremely lovable. And that is also a goal, to feel extremely lovable, because that's what we are. All the stories about that we are not are just lies. So cheers to that. Cheers to being lovable, and Happy New Year.